I will get the post made that we are live for the Raw watch along. I'll have to put in a headphone at some point during all of this because, well, um, hold on. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. All right, well, Phil is here tonight. Oh, yeah, we got the number one contenders match for the IC title tonight. Oh, man. Now we're starting out with Gunther. So I'm gonna have a headphone in for about the first. I don't have it in yet, but I'm gonna have a headphone in for about the first probably 20-ish minutes of the show, and that is in part so you guys don't hear what I'm working on. Assuming I get it. All right, yeah, we're good. Let me make sure that that didn't swap my input device. All right, yep, we are good. All right, cool. Perfect. You guys can't hear what I'm working on now. Although I do very quickly want to do a quick thing here. Okay, thank you, YouTube Studio, for telling me my bitrate was low. There we go. Now we got our pinned message for Wrestle Luigi, and new people coming into the stream can see that. That's what I'm working on right now. Is I'm editing the first Wrestle Luigi video so it can go out tonight after Raw is over. I'm gonna shift the webcam over a little bit for Raw. It was sitting at that Wrestle Luigi angle there, where I have that way I have a little more space over here to put images up when I'm working on that. Oh, I forgot to turn off the thing. There you go. You guys can hear the show a little bit now. I'm not 100% sure Gunther's winning the title at SummerSlam. I think I talked about it a little bit last week, but I am not 100% sure he is winning the title of a Priest. So Gunther is once again trying to get Priest to just walk out and hand him the title. No, I was only half listening, but I had to double check there because I thought Priest had... Oh, and Priest just punches him in the face immediately. I mean, honestly, it's probably the natural reaction. Also, I guess big trucks, little trucks is kind of what's happening right now. I suppose I could say that. Oh, there's Jason Jordan. Trying to see if I can recognize any other agents out there. I think I see... Trying to tell. I couldn't tell if I... Oh, there was Sean Daivari. Oh, God. They're still going. Oh, and they're still going. Into commercial. Hey, Pierre. As I was saying to anyone that's just joining us, you'll notice I've got an earbud in right now. I do apologize for that. I am editing the first Wrestle Luigi video as we speak, and that is going to go out later tonight, hopefully. After Raw goes off the air. And I suppose I can tell you guys what the topic of that video is now that I'm actually editing it. And the topic is going to be what should have main evented every WWE SummerSlam of the last 10 years. Thank you, Zach. It was originally going to be the Slammiversary review, but I was so angry, and it wasn't like it was originally going to be the Slammiversary discussion about the whole Joe Hendry thing, but I realized about an hour later, after I had recorded a 20-minute rant about it, it ain't that deep, and also I don't want the first video on WrestleLuigi to be me yelling about how angry something made me. I just want to be like, well, here's what I think about something. Also, peep the new background stuff. We got, here, I gotta turn off the lights for this to be able to be seen. We got Joe Hendry, Scott Steiner, Mike Pollock. We got my Monty Gator sign from Security Breach. And we got the Skyrim map, which I'm now realizing the TV kind of reflects in if I'm not careful. So I gotta kind of turn it off, turn the lights back on, and kind of sit this way for that. Now I'm realizing that. Maybe kind of twist the monitor this way a little. Now that arguably makes it worse. That shows my desk. What if we did this? There we go. That kind of works. I don't love that, but it kind of works. I do wish that there was a slightly better angle where, like, maybe you guys could, like, see the shelf over here, but maybe I'll get another monitor one day and put it here, and we'll go with that angle. Essentially, I'm just trying to make sure I don't get taken off the air for Raw being seen in the background. It being vaguely heard in the background is one thing. It being seen is a different thing. So ignore that. That's just some shirts I'm getting ready to get rid of. I do hate that you can't see Luigi in the background, because there is the WrestleLuigi right there. I could just move him down on the couch, I guess. We'll figure it out. Gunther's going to squash Jamie Priest. I don't think so. I don't think he is. I'm thinking less and less that it's going to be Gunther winning, quite honestly. I'm also able to lower my chair now, thanks to having the WrestleLuigi video done. The Skyrim map is the issue here, because that's just got the glare on it where you guys can see the TV. And YouTube auto detection is rather fickle about that kind of stuff. So I'm going to suck it up. This is going to be the angle we use for now. I'll get used to it. I'll figure something out. Doesn't matter if they can hear it, if they can see it on the live stream, it's a problem with the live stream. Yeah, exactly. That's why I had to shift the angle. Gunther really said, in essence, people like you to Damien and last week, being on the streets is a choice. He might lose at SummerSlam then win in Berlin. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. That's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen, too. I'm not saying that's what I want to happen, because I would love to see Gunther just get the title, but that's just kind of how it is, you know? No one told me how much more editing there was to doing discussion videos as opposed to no one had told me how much more work went into discussion videos as opposed to just Universe. People might think it's the other way around, but no. Like, I gotta put all these visual elements into this discussion video. And I gotta add, like, some audio cues in there, for example. Like, whenever I have to fact check myself, I'm adding the sonic that sound. Because if I don't fact check myself in editing, then it's going to be. But anyway, point is, if I don't fact check myself, that's all the comments are going to be is, oh, like, for references to what I'm fact checking, I accidentally said Samoa Joe was on Raw in 2018. He had been drafted to SmackDown earlier that year. So I added just a little note when I said that said Samoa Joe had been drafted to SmackDown in 2018. Dragunov and Steiner, or Breaker, is going to be really fun. I'm excited for this one. Okay, I gotta just go find it myself. I don't think I have this thumbnail anymore. If I do, that'd be great, but I don't think I have this old thumbnail still on my computer. If I do, I will show you what I'm talking about. If not, I gotta go download it. Is WrestleLuigi gonna have SummerSlam predictions too? Not competition, just talking predictions? Yeah. I'm gonna make a video after Raw goes off the air tonight too, probably. If there's anything worth talking about, at least. Because I'm not saying I'm gonna quit Universe or anything, obviously, but like, I do feel like I do feel like this could be it, right? Like, I feel like WrestleLuigi could end up being what I really enjoy doing most. Let me download this damn thumbnail here. I think you guys are really going to like what I do on WrestleLuigi. I had a lot of fun with this video that I made today. Granted, it has already taken me 30 minutes in editing, and it is not even a 20-minute video, but that's okay. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so I'm sure the Bobby Lashley questions are coming. And, I don't really have, like, much of an answer in this situation, because, like, how do you even answer something like this? Like, how do you even talk about this, right? His contract is coming up, and it seems he's leaving, and it's like, he just entered a very high-profile story in LS11 Universe, obviously, with Karrion Kross. And it's like, I'm sure a lot of people think, oh, well, you're just going to write him out next week. No, I'm essentially just going to kind of see where this goes, and I'll just book accordingly. Because I really just don't know what to do in this situation. It's weird. Especially because, like, obviously Lashley is someone I really, really like. So it's very weird that this happened. I never would have expected this, especially someone of this high profile. I will show you guys once I get to it. It's later on in the editing. I'm at 2019 in terms of where I'm at. And keep in mind, editing up to 2023 is what I'm going to. I'm 8 minutes and 46 seconds into editing. I do now understand why, like, Santi pays for an editor, because, like, this is a lot. Thank you, Daryl. I'm pretty positive in Cleveland's going to boo Logan. Yeah, I don't think it matters where Logan is. Guy's going to get booed because he's just a piece of shit. Good God! That gut check from Breaker was nasty. Hot take: Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov have really good chemistry. I assume Breaker probably wins this. Casually dressed Gunther is a menace. He really is. God, so I'm up to the point of having to. So what I'm essentially doing is I'm going in, I'm getting the graphics from each of the matches that happened on the shows, and God, look at this graphic for Seth and Dom. Look at oh right, this happened. So you might be wondering what's going on here. I upscaled the size of my I upscaled the size for the stream finally. So let me try and figure out what's going on here. Oh, I know what's going on. I'm grabbing the wrong thing. Take that. What's this say? Be right back. Thank you again, Daryl. Can I? Why can I not just scale up all three at once? Like, there we go. But anyway, yeah. Look at it. Look at baby Dom there. That's very funny to me. There we go. Yeah, babyface Dom feels like a lifetime ago. I agree. But yeah, it's good that I caught that there because I completely forgot that like I'm gonna have to go through and fix so much in OBS because I updated OBS and I now am recording in 19. What's the resolution I'm recording in again? Hold on. I now record in 1920 by 1080 instead of 1080 by 720. So I'm recording in 16 by 9, which is great. Probably about time. Ilya, what are you doing? Ilya, what are you doing? Christ! Alright, Zach, what's your hot take? Good God. That spear. Oh my God, Ilya. Oh shit, they had to call the match off. I hope that's a work. I think it's a work. They would have cut away by now, I would imagine. Alright then. Yeah, they'd be stretching Ilya out right now if there was a problem. So I'm glad there's not.
Exactly. Not long until the Judgment Day holds all the gold once again.
When Rhea starts talking, I
Yeah.
I know we had a good week reconnecting, like you said last week. I'm yours, but I'm a little worried about what I saw online with Jay asking about your number and you said yeet.
Oh, come on, man. I'm just messing around. I like what you've been doing with Morgan. I've been looking at your socials too.
Hey, Dom. I've been thinking. You know what you need to do? You need to take care of Jay Uso once and for all. You gotta smash
Jay
him.
Uso?
Yeah, smash
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter, guys. You actually defending Jay Uso?
No, I'm not defending anyone. I just don't see the point in starting a war with him. Don't. Use your brain.
Use your brain, Dom.
I like that Carlito is immediately jumping on Rhea's side. Because, like, I would be too, I'll admit. Oh boy, you got Drew and Punk in the same building. Are we going to find out if Punk's cleared tonight? We'll find out.
Let's see what's going to happen later on tonight here on Monday Night Raw. Green Day's own Adam Pearce making deals.
Oh, okay, Pat's got a new gimmick. Great. I do really like Lyra Valkyria with the Party Girls. I think it's just a very fun pairing. I talked about this last week, too. Alright, we got an NXT trailer for tomorrow. Any kind of a Joe Hendry advertisement for tomorrow? Nope, no. They didn't advertise him last week either, so he could still be there. I mean, he's kind of, I don't know, is the stuff, is like all the outages still going on right now? I haven't been keeping up. Because, like, he might legit be kind of stuck in the US or in the States right now.
If this were one of their ads, they'd end it here with a happy customer. So we'll end our tournament.
Hi, it's Ari. Join me at DQ for Miracle Treat Day on Thursday, July 25th. $1 or more of each booster treat sold at participating locations will benefit your local children's hospital, providing treatment to countless kids like me. Miracle Treat Day, Thursday, July 25th. Popcorners. Are the cats meow?
Of course. It's because they popped after I woke yourself up.
Bro, I said just like a cop busting a speakeasy. I thought you told me it was a sleepeasy. And that makes sense to me.
You turns our energy with the insurance visible.
I just think everyone should know there's an insurance company out there exposing other companies' rates so you can compare them and sue.
Sounds like trouble.
It's great, actually. It's called All Report Explorer for Progressive. Here, look. See? They show you our direct rates and their rates, even if we're not yours.
So, what's the flow where usually means you're exposing something bad?
I thought if you call attention to something helpful, you know, like, dude, check it out. This thing's the best.
Oh, that was just factually incorrect. I'm glad that was such a delayed thing. So I'm talking about I'm up to 2022, so I'm almost done editing at this point. And I'm talking about the Roman and Brock match, and I just go, and our other option was Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley, and, yeah. That was a whole year difference. Wow. Very rarely do I make that kind of a mistake. I know I'm very humble in saying that. Alright, up to editing for Tribal Combat. So I'm actually almost done now, because I remember this one being a very easy edit. I've also... I don't know if, like, other guys like Wrestle Juice or Santi, I don't know if they script their stuff. I went in no script on this one, just kind of winging it, so maybe that's why I have so many mess-ups. Yep, oh, Tribal Combat. I like the concept. Spoilers for the video. I like the concept. I didn't like the execution.
Before we get there, we're less than 2 weeks away from taking over Cleveland for SummerSlam. A week from Friday, Pat, check this out. Priest live at 12 noon. That is going to be very special. Special documentary on Priest. SummerSlam kickoff is at 5 Eastern.
Oh, hey, JT.
Absolutely, and I think I'm going to be doing my show live from there on Friday as well. Outside the Rocket Mortgage Arena, I'll be a part of that, I hope. He asked me to co-host it, which I can't wait for. And then look at Saturday. The Undertaker's one-man show at 1 o'clock.
Alright, almost done editing this video, and that took my earbud out. Oh yeah, we got Woods teaming up with the Alpha Academy tonight. Oh, Tozawa's doing the nasty. Well, that's cool, Zach. Alright, fortunately I'm almost done editing this Wrestle Luigi video. Oh, Priest and Gunther have been sent home. Alright. I got one more thing, and then I'm done editing. Let's go, Bird Lady. There we go. All right, cool. It is done. I have finished editing it. Didn't take me too long. It took me about an hour. That's not terrible. So I'm going to take my earbud out now, which is great. Oh, wow. I can hear the room. I can hear everything in here a lot better now. I do want you guys to see a very good visual gag in the video. It's like the one thing I'm going to... It's like the one thing I'm going to go ahead and give you guys slight spoilers on. This is when I'm discussing SummerSlam 2021. And I'm just very proud of this. Nothing else happened after this matchup, right? No one else showed up after the main event. Oh, son of a bitch! And because one of the jokes of the video, for some early reference on that, some early context, I suppose, one of the big jokes of the video is it annoys me that Brock has main evented 70% of the last 10 years worth of SummerSlam. No, it is way longer than editing a Universe Mode episode. Because Universe I can kind of just do as I'm playing. Like, I'll show you guys the raw footage for a Universe episode at some point. It's a lot quicker, actually. But yeah, I just think it's a very good visual gag. I'm like, oh, it's nice to have a break from Brock Lesnar. Now, what happened at the end of the John Cena-Roman Reigns match? Son of a bitch! Yes, JT? Anytime I get just my name from JT, it's a coin toss on what it's going to be. It's either going to be some of the most unhinged shit you've ever heard, or it's going to be a really good idea. And there is no in-between. I need to open up Messenger so I can see if my wife messages me when dinner's ready. Which I believe she already did. Indeed did 13 minutes ago. Whoops. Actually, 25 minutes ago. So I'm going to run and grab my food real quick. And you might wonder, Zander, how are you going to stop the screen from reflecting? Well, actually, at this angle it doesn't, so that's fine. Alright, Luigi, you're kind of already in the background, so you're in charge as usual. I don't even have to move him to be a stand-in anymore, it's great.
Someone needs to customize and save hundreds of car insurance with the usual. That's fine. Keep time. I thought you were right behind me. Only pay for what you need.
All the year to go back in style. Welcome to your Walmart.
If you're someone that suffers from having sensitive teeth but you want them whiter, I recommend Sensodyne Cocoa White.
Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade. Is it in you?
How do we stuff Reese's peanut butter, pretzels, caramel, peanuts, and chocolate into Reese's Day 5?
Wait a minute. How did we do it?
I'm tired of being left off company email. Can someone tell me how we do it? Reese's.
To actively repair acid-weakened enamel, I recommend Pronamel Repair Mouthwash. It penetrates deep into the tooth, locking in vital minerals and repairs acid-weakened enamel beyond
I am back once again. You guys can just see my comings and goings now, actually. I just remembered that. Okay. How do you manage to keep up with the call stuff? Me and my older brother are setting up call and entrances and all that. And boy, it's stressful. LSW must be on every 7 do. Yeah, that's why I don't really do it that often. It's kind of why I've slowed down with it. It's kind of going to become like an every other week thing, I think. Like after this week, it's just going to be like an every other week thing. Shout out to my wife who made dinner once again. And you might be thinking to yourself, wow, Zander always talks about his wife cooking when he's on stream. Why does he never cook? He does. He just doesn't cook on Mondays. Monday is her day to cook. Whereas Monday and Sunday are her days. Friday and Saturday are mine, because those are the days she's home for dinner. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's fair game with me and my roommate. So, excuse me. Oh, man. So, what was I going to say? There will not be watch-alongs for TNA or SmackDown this week, which those are just the shows that always end up getting no watch-alongs done, because in this case, well, Thursday is my birthday, and I'm going to stream in the morning, but I'm not going to be streaming that evening, because my wife, my roommate, and I are going out and doing stuff. And then on Friday, I'm going to go see Deadpool and Wolverine. But yeah, so earlier I got asked if it was easier to do an episode of Universe or I pretty much got asked earlier what was easier, recording for Wrestle Luigi or doing an episode of Universe. Let me kind of show you what goes into an episode of Universe. So this is Raw from today.
Aw, Tiffy, look at you, honey. Grew a backbone in the time I was gone and everything. Unimpressed?
All the promos, including like any voiceover stuff, are done in real time. So like this is the raw footage here. It's all done in real time with the promo, and then you'll see when Bliss is throwing down the challenge, it immediately jumps to the next match. And that's just because OBS has a pause button, so I just pause between doing all the segments. Whereas before I would have had to cut stuff, like cut load times and stuff, like I did on 19 and most of... Whoops. Like I had to on 2K19 and a lot of 2K22. Before I was able to really get to the pause button very easily. But, yeah, no. Like, Universe is almost completely done when I finish recording. Usually all I have to do is assemble the footage and put some music in there sometimes. It's just more time consuming. Oh! We're going to learn more about the witch. We're going to learn more about Nikki. Ow. Oh, well, there's old Phil. Sure, Robert's final this one. Yeah, and so you guys might notice there were just abrupt boom cut as soon as tag matches is finished. The game, for some reason, has started crashing after tag matches in certain cases. And I don't know what changed, because I literally recorded the 8-person match where the final moment is Buddy and Damien doing a tag team celebration on Friday night. And then on Saturday, I booted the game up again, and suddenly tag victories don't work unless it's a preset tag team. Like, unless it's a team I put together and make a tag victory for. For the Bliss and Stratton match, I'm going to be very impartial. Okay. The Wingstop commercial with Rey Mysterio and Braun is very funny. I've never had Wingstop before. I don't know if we have any in my area. Is there a Wingstop near me? Yeah, I guess there is. There's one in my old hometown. And I think I knew about the one in my old hometown. Let's see, there's 2 in Ray's area. There's actually not any in my area. Interesting. Yeah, there's no Wingstops near me. Did not expect that. But the more you know. I'm very excited for you guys to see the first Wrestle Luigi video later tonight, early tomorrow, whenever. Oh man, there we go. Oh boy. Oh boy, an advertisement that Jelly Roll will be at SummerSlam. Sure, I guess. Gargano's in for a battle with the unknown, it looks like. Yeah, perhaps he is. You'll see.
And guess what, Pat? Live SummerSlam next Saturday night, a week from Saturday, Cleveland Browns Stadium. Jelly Roll will be performing live.
Oh boy, Jelly Roll will be performing a song live. I know what point in the show Ray and I are gonna probably do anything else.
Like he always does.
Here he is. Phil. I actually do need to bump the volume down on this one because this will get a copyright claim. Or what I could just do is actually this. Hold on. I can just turn the noise gate back on. Because turning that on just makes it where you guys can't hear the TV as well. For the most part. Sometimes you can. Good old Phil is in the house. What time is it indeed? Clobbering time, I believe, is what they were saying. Yes, I know that's actually what they were saying. You know, that is one of the funniest things to me, is whenever I make a joke where I'm like, well, apparently I believe they said this. Someone that doesn't understand I'm just being silly is just like, yeah, that's what he says. Don't you know that? Like, yes, of course I know that. We're about to find out whether or not Phil is cleared. All right, cool. I can turn the noise gate back off now.
Is it great to be alive on a Monday night in Green Bay, Wisconsin, or what? Green Bay is the base green. The base green. My shoes are pink. And I say we stain both of them with the blood of a Scottish psychopath. Because I saw my surgeon.
I thought he would be booed in Green Bay because he's from Chicago. I think you're thinking too much about how much people care where someone's from
And I'm gonna get my pound of flesh.
when they're not from their town.
Come get this beating that you deserve. I'm ready to go. Cleared and ready to go. That's huge news. Hawk, of course, injured at the Royal Rumble back in January by Earl McIntyre. He's taken off. Ready to throw haymakers with Drew McIntyre.
Now the fun part of
McIntyre, who's been obsessed with CM Punk since Punk
again, I think you're just overthinking how much people really care about that kind of stuff in wrestling.
took it away.
Except like Adam Pearce is gonna show up and be like, no, you're not, or something.
Except the fact that I don't want to. Well, I do. And Punk.
Oh, and it's on.
CM Punk going after McIntyre. Meanwhile, the business will come out. Come on, Punk, relax. CM Punk Drew McIntyre's a lot bigger than Green Bay. That's a big money match. We gotta learn to chill, control those emotions. Look at me, I'm chilled, I'm relaxed. When I'm emotional, I tend to, turn to family and it just calms me right down.
No, he's got the Punk bracelet.
Alright, that's enough. That is enough. That is enough. That is enough.
Hello, Adam.
10 minutes, you just can't help yourself, Punk. What he's not telling you. Hold on, calm down. Calm on, Punk. What he's not telling you is there is a reason you're not fighting tonight. Drew McIntyre is officially reinstated. CM Punk is officially medically cleared.
Oh, Punk's cleared.
So it is official. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam.
It's happening. Punk and Drew at SummerSlam.
Listen up, Punk, listen. What he's also not telling you, I'm making it clear to everybody here tonight, if either one of you so much as lay a finger on one another, the match is off. And whoever throws the first punch is suspended indefinitely. I'm serious. Because the chaos has to stop. It's either these two, it's Gunther, it's Priest. I got a problem. I got a big problem. I got a big referee problem.
Is Seth gonna be the referee? Are we getting Ref Rollins? The only issue I do have with all of this is Seth being the referee. Also, I now see why you don't like using cause and stuff in your universe mode. As far as WWE goes, it's so much work setting everything up. You're my hero, dude. Well, also, mods are just so much easier when you know what you're doing. Adam Pearce looks so thrilled to see Seth Rollins right now. Really thought they were about to go to the commercial.
I mean, I really don't want to speculate, Pat. And Pierce said something. Oh, yeah, Green Bay, we had ourselves a problem, didn't we? You see, Drew hates Punk, Punk hates Drew, and you two morons. All the chaos that you've caused over the last year has scared away anybody from getting in between. But I'm not a problem guy, Green Bay. I'm a solution guy. And I think I've got a little solution. You see, I know a guy who thrives on chaos. And I know a guy who would love nothing more than to put the two of you in your places. He is a visionary.
Yeah, we're getting Ref freaking Rollins.
Visionary. And it's SummerSlam. He is your special guest referee. He is Seth.
Come on. Ref freaking Rollins is right there. It's right there. Ref freaking Rollins is right there.
The match has been
If WWE doesn't merchandise Ref freaking Rollins, then you and I have got to have a talk over dinner next week. Sunday night dinner with the family is going to be real awkward if you don't use this idea. I'm giving you this one. No request for royalties.
Alright, guys. You know how this works. Divide and conquer. Yeah, split up. Makes sense, right, boys? I'll check that. Come on, Jim. Oh, come on. You know what? Boys have a good idea. I'm gonna check down here. You check over there. I'll meet you back here. Alright? Alright.
Oh no, are we about to find out Finn's in on something? No, we're going to Dom.
No, please. You can't keep doing this. What are you doing?
I know how she's making you feel, and don't worry about us. Everything's
Yeah, everything is okay. Everything's more than okay. Me and Rhea are perfect, actually.
that's the spirit. That's like you. Bye, Debbie Downs.
I need you for 10 seconds, dude. What the? Did you find him? I think I saw Jay this way. No. You're not going that way. We're going this way.
So I'm waiting to find out Finn's in on it with Liv.
Kicking in, Dom's flustered. Yeah. What's Rhea thinking? Mommy's thinking that she's not done with the whole red dog thing. The dog's in the middle of it. Going it from her.
The following is a six-man tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by MC2K, the team of Akira Tozawa, Otis, and the New Day, Xavier
Kofi Kingston is out with injury. So Xavier Woods has got backup tonight. Coming up next, Pat, six-man tag match. Woods, Tozawa, and Otis against the
Yep, Finn the Dad. No, Finn's more like the weird uncle. The weird fun uncle, not the weird other kind of weird uncle.
How will Cody Rhodes respond just 1 week before World Championship match at SummerSlam? Plus, 6 of the best collide in a tag Goldberg #1 contenders match.
Also, we're just not doing a SmackDown watch along this week because, like, I already know what happens on the show because they pre-taped it. I wasn't planning on console use mods too. Yeah, mods are just a godsend, man. I could not do it without them.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of a girls' night out. At Olive Garden, we think you should get more for less, especially when it comes to your favorites. So with Create Your Own Pasta, you choose your perfect combination of pasta and made-from-scratch sauce. And it comes with round after round of our never-ending homemade soup or garden fresh salad and buttery breadsticks, all starting at just $12.99. Because nothing says more than getting all your favorites for less.
BK's new fire bean menu. 5 items, 5 levels, so you can do you. Level 1's like, level 5's a bit woo. Fire bean. Having your way.
Looking for a light beer, and you found gold. Modelo Oro, the light beer with a smooth, elegant taste, perfect for those who never settle for less than they deserve. Modelo Oro, the gold standard of light beer.
At Domino's, we know there's a lot of pressure to tip these days. Which is why we want to say, by tipping you
Hammerstone Digest, yeah, that'd be fun.
$5 or more online, and we'll tip you $3 to use on next week's order.
Attention parents, spend less on your kids with Amazon's low back-to-school prices. Save on school supplies, backpacks, and so much more.
Can I have that back?
Absolutely. Winner. Take it.
The game's changing. What drives the game? Never will. What you have inside.
Let's see.
All the gear to go back in style. Welcome to your Walmart.
Legend versus newcomer? Reese's, I'm not gonna choose sides. I'm just gonna eat them.
This is Lucky 13.
13 questions are all that stand between tonight's contestants and up to
$1 million.
Rodriguez and Shaquille O'Neal host Lucky 13, new Thursday on ABC.
Should probably bump down the volume during commercials now that I'm thinking about it. Making thumbnails for a discussion channel is tough. No one told me how hard this was actually going to be. Just commercial Raws on Sci-Fi next week.
Next Monday, 8, 7 Central on Sci-Fi.
Had huge news last week as undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, and Rey Mysterio were announced as playable characters as part of Call of Duty Season 5. And I believe Michael Cole's commentating on there as well. Yes, my honor, the collaboration will also bring new WWE-inspired game modes and equipment. Season 5 is available Wednesday with the WWE Slam Death Match mode out July 31st. Head back to the locker room area and chat the show.
What did I just hit?
Yeah, thanks so much, Cole. I'm here with Sami Zayn, and Sami, Braun Breaker is officially the #1 contender for your Intercontinental Championship. Are you concerned at all, especially after what we saw from him tonight?
I'm not sure concerned is the right word there, Kathy, but look, you saw what just happened. I mean, Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov, they went to war for this, for a chance at this. They know exactly what this means. The Intercontinental Championship. And look, Braun Breaker earned that. I take nothing away from him. Concern might not be the right word, but I am taking him very, very seriously. And Braun Breaker, if I could give you one little piece of advice, you can not make the same mistake that you made at Money in the Bank. And you better take me very, very seriously, because I'm going to do what I do every single time the Intercontinental Championship is on the line. I am going to bring 100%.
Well, I've yet to hear what Ilya's injuries are, and
Oh boy. Oh, Sammy to the rescue of Jey Uso. Might be getting Sammy and Jay against the Stooges tonight, it looks like. Yeah, I'll let Ray know that next time I talk to him. I don't know when I'm going to talk to him next. We haven't talked for a day or two now. Well, no, we talked last night, actually, now that I think about it.
See what happens there, but nonetheless, we're in Green Bay, right at the Packers' home at Lambeau Field.
First training camp practice for the Green Bay Packers, and look who is front row. Otis, Strowman, talking to the boys, seeing them build their squad. Is Gordon Love going to sign his contract or not? We should ask Evans.
46 days away from the Packers' first game, 55 days away from the home opener in Lambeau.
We take our coach just yards from this particular building that we're in. What a beautiful place. What an honor it is to be in this city, and what a time. To be in Green Bay.
And their opponents, accompanied by Paul Ellering and Son, authors of Pain and Karrion Kross, the Final Testament!
Now, this destructive group led by Karrion Kross has been trying to recruit Xavier Woods for months. And Xavier has resisted those
God, this feud really has been going for months, hasn't it?
angry, which led to this 3 weweeks ago. A brawl
Oh, there's a text from someone.
Enough is enough with that narcissist Chad Gable. They would say that they would be campaign on Chad Gable. I think we can say that. So Xavier Woods will start things off with Karrion Kross. Kross has been trying to manipulate, play mind games, and plant seeds of doubt in Xavier Woods' mind. And here comes Razor. So-called Albanian psycho. Xavier Woods now was raped and murdered by Razor, who's 6'4", 340 pounds, from the office of pain, driving Woods back. This is Wildly. And Woods now shots to Razor.
A good font here.
Who's angrily tosses Woods into the corner. Shot over. Xavier Woods in the corner. That's higher than they actually have. And here's the 6'2", 290-pound Punjabi powerhouse Akam. Canadian freestyle wrestling champion with a silver medal at the Pan American Games. As dangerous as they come. This is Wildly with the right hand. Xavier Woods now for the countering using his hooks. Trying to knock on Akam off his feet, driving Akam back into his corner. Xavier Woods' resume is deep, filled with accolades. 12-time tag team champions in that scene.
God, I knew they were 12-time tag champions. I don't think it quite processed until Michael Cole said it there. New Day have won the tag titles 12 times in 10 years of being together. And they haven't actually been tag champions in many a years at this point.
It's the epic finale of the toughest competition show ever conceived. 3 teams have been through 4 weeks of hell, and it all comes down to one race for the ultimate prize.
$500,000. Anything can happen.
Holy winner takes all.
I did not expect them to be that far ahead.
Every sinner takes the rest.
Yeah, we are indeed finally getting Drew and Punk.
Tonight at 11 on USA.
You came looking for a light beer, and you found gold. Modelo Oro. The light beer with the clean, crisp finish. For anyone who expects more from their light beer. Modelo Oro, the gold standard of light beer.
I'll have some stuff to announce regarding our upcoming SummerSlam 2015 show later today, too.
Dealing with us.
We'll make sure everyone knows we're important business people.
And treat our seat as personal spa.
He better have the most ridiculous ref gear, or I want a refund. Punk's first SummerSlam in 11 years. I mean, in fairness, Zach, pretty much everything other than the Rumble that Punk competes at is going to be his first time competing at show XYZ in 11 plus years.
The old goose egg.
Pushes 0 sugar added baked beans. Our secret family recipe. Now 0 added sugar.
Zero.
Already said that, man. Oh, come on. Trade in any phone in any condition, guaranteed, and get $800 off the new Galaxy.
All right, what do we think of the thumbnail here? Hold on. What do we think? I've never had to do a thumbnail like this.
All the ingredients come together.
Because like I've very scarcely ever done videos like this, so it's very, very weird. Like, I cross-reference looking at like Santi and WrestleJuice and channels like that I follow. I also don't want it to look like I'm just trying to one-to-one them. But like, does this look appealing enough to click on for people? My thought was I'd put like the 3 main events that like... There we go, that's a little more uniform actually. I'd put like the 3 main events that are probably the most memorable out of the last 10 years on here. Because like Brock and Taker makes sense. Cena, Roman, you get that Cena engagement. I try to put the most engaging ones on here. Because like the options, they're all in here. Like the options are Seth and Brock. The option, and then Cena, Lesnar. I debated putting Cena, Lesnar in there. The 4-way match. I thought about putting this year's in there, but I'm not rebooking this year's. I just talk about it for a minute. Roman Brock, again. The only thing I might put in here instead is I might swap this, actually. I might swap this for 2022. Let's test that real quick. I've got the 2022 one in here. Somewhere. There it is. I don't know, just putting Roman and Brock in there, make it look more appealing to people. What do you guys think? Roman and Brock or Roman and Jay? I feel like Roman and Brock draws more attention. Because I love Jay, but I think Brock might be the bigger... I think Brock is probably the bigger click option, or the bigger click draw. Because I'm not going to say clickbait, because it's not clickbait by any means. Clickbait would mean... The tractor might actually be a smart thing to put in there. You're not wrong. Cross without his beard just looks wrong. I don't like it. Long hair Cross without the beard is weird. But yeah, I think this is what we're gonna go with for the thumbnail. Drop it in the Discord and see what people think. Put the tractor scene on there. Maybe. I was kind of just sticking with the thumbnails more than anything. Otis finally got to hit the worm. Now that he's not got Gable yelling at him not to do it. Or the caterpillar, excuse me. Triple H's first SummerSlam, that was 2022, yeah. Wasn't bad. Oh wow, Final Testament finally wins something. I didn't know they were allowed to do that. Oh, Team Gable's here.
Going out here. Hasn't he caused enough issues for Otis and Maxine and Cesaro already? With the Creed brothers. What a bunch of fun.
Oh, and now we're getting a commercial.
Everything that he did was horrible. People ate it up.
And then, he really never cared about other people's opinions.
The most powerful manager in this sport.
His brain should be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
WWE Legends, new episode Sunday on WWE Superstar Sunday, only on A&E. Watch next day on the A&E app.
This summer,
All right, we're on commercial. I'm gonna quickly run this stuff downstairs, and I will be right back. Luigi, as usual, you're in charge. I'll have something kind of funny to point out with Luigi when I get back.
Castmates are thrilled that at Metro, new and existing customers are finally being treated the same with Metro Flex. Free 5G phones when you join, our best deals when you stay. Only at Metro.
this is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
At Domino's, we know there's a lot of pressure to tip these days,
Great set, bro. Now take a look at the screen real quick.
which is why we want to say
Thanks for the tip.
by tipping you back. Tip your driver $3 or more online, and we'll tip you $3 to use on next week's order.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds. With all the money I saved, thought I'd buy stilts. Sweet money? Oh, look! No line at the hot dog stand.
Yes.
Only pay for what you need.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless you add Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Oh, come on.
Trade in any phone in any condition, guaranteed. And get $800 off the new Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
All the gear to go back in style. Welcome to your Walmart.
Buy iPhone 12 with super fast 5G and a dual camera system. Then get real unlimited data on the Silver Unlimited plan for just $20 a month for a whole year. That's $300 in savings. Less dollars, more cents. Now with Straight Talk.
Another reason to be a good driver is saving money.
Nobody likes to be told what to do, except when someone says, "Hey, eat a Reese's."
Chipotle's Chicken Al Pastor is back, and it's fire on every level. Fresh chicken, hot off the grill, mixed with burrito peppers, a splash of pineapple, and fresh lime. It's where fire meets flavor. Chipotle's Chicken Al Pastor. The wait is over.
Monday Night Raw is live tonight, Green Bay, Wisconsin. But we're here to tell you that SummerSlam is sponsored by Mike's Harder Lemonade. Hard days deserve a hard lemonade, but when you had a really hard day, like these WWE superstars in the ring, you need a lemonade that hits harder. You need Mike's Harder Lemonade. Just get harder and harder and harder until it becomes the hardest, and that's the goal. Now Chad Gable and the Creed brothers in the ring because Mike is former pupils.
Oh, we're already back from commercial. Great.
Final crew. Now, the reason I asked you guys to stay out tonight is because there's something in me that needs to just keep going. Our former pupils
Oh, damn.
Tonight I'm here to offer you guys a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so I'm telling you right now, do the right thing. Come back to your coach and rejoin this team. A little incentive before you answer. Don't forget, the Wyatt Six are after everybody on this roster, including you guys. So you join up with us, you get a little extra protection.
Protection? Are you sure, Chad Gable? Like you were taking the Creepers last week? Oh yeah, things get juicy and dangerous. Chad Gable flees the scene, gets out the ring, leaves these two dead inside the ring. Oh, the heck? That's the kind of man you are. And my answer is still no.
You're an idiot.
That's pathetic.
Maxine, Giselle, you're not really gonna let this clown speak for you, are you?
Oh, Maxine and Giselle are sticking with Otis. We love to see it.
Well, that's unfortunate. Boys,
Oh, shit.
going after Otis and Tozawa here. After the orders were given by Chad Gable, Gable gave Otis and Tozawa and Maxine an opportunity to rejoin the group. Otis said no, and now the Creed brothers beat the hell out of Otis.
The Creed brothers are under Chad Gable's spell.
Oh, maybe not. Oh my goodness! Clothesline clocking. Julius.
Oh, Otis has got his hands on Gable.
Finally, Gable's gonna get his comeuppance.
Get him, Otis! Oh, damn. I assume Wyatt 6 is probably about to show up.
Gable's despicable actions continue.
Oh!
Bringing into the post shoulder first.
Obviously, the Creed brothers are bought in completely to this little piece of
The propaganda must have been flying. The Creed's brainwashed by Chad Gable. Oh, stuff. And now Gable giving the Creed brothers chairs. Like they need chairs now to do even more damage.
Someone's got to come. Yep, here we go. I assume we're getting Gable and the Creeds against Howdy, Rowan, and either Gacy or Loomis at SummerSlam. And the whole show is muted right now because everyone's chanting "You fucked up." But now we're getting the one note of Shatter. One of them's going to rise up in the ring behind Gable, aren't they? Hello, Jakai. Oh, there they are. Everyone except for Bo, at least. Wyatt 6 do look really cool together, man. Yeah, there's Howdy. Uncle Howdy is right behind Gable. And... Sister Abigail! Nice. Very nice. Hey, JT, are you still here? I have a favor to ask if you are. JT, if you're still here, can you ask me to show the screen again like you did last week? I found the thing for the visual gag, and I know you'll laugh at it. So JT, if you're here, will you if you're still here, will you ask me to do it? Because I want to do the joke. You think Age is doing Bray proud? The yeah, I think this is a good way to honor the legacy. All right, JT, will you ask me to show the screen again like you did last week as a joke? I found the thing that I couldn't find last week. You know what I'm talking about, right? You've been around long enough. You know what I'm talking about. And I know you're like the one person that like can ask and won't get their feelings hurt when I do the bit. We're also getting to the point where I'm going to probably switch the lights up. We might even get Montgomery Gator plugged in tonight. We'll see. I'll think about it. Can you show your screen, please? All right, yeah. JT, I'm so glad you asked. Look, I actually got something ready for showing my screen. Here you go. Thank you, JT. I very much appreciate you letting me do that bit. Because it takes, like, months between people asking me to do it, right? I just needed to do it once. I needed to get it out of my system. Thank you for letting me. I found that yesterday when I was cleaning up in here. Like, I found it yesterday. I was in here cleaning up yesterday morning because I've slowly but surely been getting the room reorganized. Like, you guys can't see it too well because obviously you can only see what's behind me in the frame. But Alex was just sitting right where that pile of clothes is now, watching me. And when I found it, I was like, I found it! And she's like, that's so ugly. Because you guys can't see it very well on camera, but it is overly blue. It's just that my webcam is overly white balanced right now, as it almost always is. Because like if I hold up something like actually white to the camera, you'll be able to see it just pop into white balance suddenly. Right? Hold on. Properties, figure video, white balance, auto. Hold on. Have I just been unwhite balanced this whole time? It's a little blue. That's over saturated. Okay, I'll just play with the settings on that one at that point. Thank you, JT. I very much appreciate you, brother. What is that? Ask Shakai. Depending on what you're asking about, that could be one of many things. White balance is just recoloring the camera based on what the color white is on the camera. And so, this is a PS4 controller, is what I was holding up when I was doing this. This is just my PS4 controller. And then the paper I was holding up just says "Go fuck yourself" on it. I'm getting there, Zach. I'm getting there. I'm getting to it, man. Don't rush me. I'll get there. I gotta make graphics first, dude. I don't have them all ready yet. Oh no, have I just taught someone what the F word is? This is it. This is where I've officially started corrupting the youth. Oh no. Pete Dunne and Bronson Reed. That's going to be a very fun match. I'm very excited. I'm going to sneeze, by the way. It's coming. I know it. I feel it. I hate when that happens. I really do, but there's also just not much I can do about it. Colossal Icons was good today. I don't know how to spell Bronson's old nickname. I know what you meant. Colossal Icons isn't bad. I'm glad that everyone that's been coming up with names for them so far has understood the assignment when I said I want nothing to do with the fact that they are both Australian. Oh, shit. Bro just went Family Guy death pose. I feel like the Sheamus and Pete Dunne feud is going to be very fun. Oh, and Bronson Reed just caught a stray on that one. Triple threat Donnybrook match. Why not, man? Why not? Oh, Gunther and Balor next week. Oh, Dom is in trouble now. You're saying, don't rush me. I think women is rushing. Well, point remains. Don't rush me. My last name is Carver, but you don't hear me. You don't hear me. You don't see me carving wood. I did carve wood once, though. I'm really only announcing 3 matches a night. So there's going to be a 9-match show is SummerSlam, right? It's going to be a 9-match show. 9-match show total. And, of course, the world titles are still split in the LS11 universe, so there'll be a world heavyweight title match. And essentially, last night I announced 3 matches in the Discord, and I'll announce them here. I'll announce them here in a minute. Once I get the graphics made. Also, I think we can swap lights here in a sec. I'll do it once I get this done. Let's see. Yeah, 9 matches, and I haven't made graphics. I've made graphics for half of them. So let's see, what's the other match I'm going to announce? I'm saving the main event for the final round of announcements. So that'll be tomorrow that I announce the main event. Let's see. Oh, Pat's going to be at the kickoff event next Friday. So, obviously, I will not be able to do a watch-along for that. As fun as it seems like it may be. Well, actually, I might. I probably won't do it, though. Oh boy, Dom is in deep, deep trouble. How's this gonna go? Oh my god. She's practically dragging the poor boy to the ring. We're getting the custody of Dominic ladder match, aren't we? Oh, we're getting the custody of Dominic ladder match. Liv has been a lot more fun as of late. I've actually really enjoyed Liv these last few weeks. Alright, once this segment is done and we're on a commercial or something, I'll announce the 6 matches for SummerSlam 2015 I'm allowed to announce right now. Yeah, she knew what she was doing with that one. Dom, just grow a backbone, my guy. I love Rhea, right? I'm ready for Dom to tell her to sit, to actually let him talk. Oh, we got split screen. That was 4 words. Well, now I just feel kind of bad for Liv. Shows you that I'm very easily manipulated. Yeah. I got some jokes. I got some jokes I could be making right now. In fact, you know, I have held off on making my jokes for a very long time, and I think it's finally time. You know, I got a new channel now. We can send out Slippy Norris out in a blaze of will. I don't think so. You're not going to get taken off the air on my watch, son. Hey, Trips. You're not gonna get yourself taken off the air with your stupid little jokes about Rhea and the things you want her to do and all these things. You're so easily manipulated, you know. You see Liv crying after she's clearly been manipulating Tom and ruining his life, and you know, I feel like you're not thinking about it deep enough. I always tell people it's not that deep, Hunter. Do not call me Hunter. Sorry, Dad. Look, I was just saying, you know, I just feel bad seeing her cry. You are such an easily manipulatable person, Zander. You know, it's very easy for you to get manipulated by people using their emotions. It's because you've got a big heart, you know. It happened to you recently, and I don't want to talk about that on YouTube, quite honestly. Quite honestly, Pops. Alright, we'll talk about that over dinner next week, okay? Alright, yeah. Alright, so we're really doing this whole father and son thing? Yeah, I don't see why not. I think people think it's a funny gimmick. Alright, love you, Dad. Oh, he hung up. That would make me laugh more than it should have. He hung up. He hung up. At least he doesn't call me Fat Johnny Gargano anymore. That's progress, right? Anyway. Alright, once we go to commercial, well, the LWO is coming to the ring, and I just couldn't be asked. So, well, it's Zelina, so I can be asked a little bit, actually. The whole Trips thing is really just a gimmick that is done for the people who actively watch these streams all the time. Like, my quote-unquote, like, dynamic, if you will, with Trips, everyone has watched it grow from Fat Johnny Gargano to him calling me son now. I think for some reason this is the first time I'm processing that Zelina has tattoos. Oh yeah, Zelina and Zoe do it. Alright, yeah, if there's any time to start talking about SummerSlam 2015, it's now. So, Discord already got 3 announcements last night. We're going to get 3 more out of the way now, and YouTube will get the first 3 that I announced last night out too. So, first thing I can announce for SummerSlam 2015, Charlotte Flair challenges Nikki Bella for the WWE Divas Championship. For those that are new here, these are announcements for LS11 Universe SummerSlam 2015. We redo old pay-per-views in our own booking to match the continuity of LS11 Universe sometimes. So, the Divas title will be on the line when Charlotte takes on Nikki Bella. Keep in mind, Charlotte wasn't called Charlotte Flair yet at this point. The Intercontinental title is on the line as Adrian, still has his first name, Neville, challenges Dolph Ziggler. 6-man tag team action as Stardust, Wade Barrett, and Sheamus face Stephen Amell, Randy Orton, and Ryback. A Brooklyn street fight goes down as Mr. Money in the Bank Dean Ambrose faces the Beast Brock Lesnar. Kevin Owens, fresh off of losing at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn to, you'll find out eventually, is going one-on-one with John Cena in their 3rd matchup. They are currently 1-1. Owens got the win at Money in the Bank in a champion versus champion non-title match. Cena would get the win in the run back against Owens at Battleground. And then, of course, Owens would lose the NXT Championship to, you'll find out eventually. And now this is the 3rd and final encounter between the two for the U.S. title. And the WWE Championship matchup of the night will see Roman Reigns challenge Seth Rollins. There's still a World Heavyweight title match to announce. There's still a Tag Team title match to announce. And there's still and the main event still needs to be announced. Yes, neither world title is main eventing SummerSlam 2015 in the LS11 universe. So that might tell you guys that something big is coming. Show the ICR. I just did. I just did. Like right there. I did. I did, JT. It's right there. I showed it already. I think I forget. You're like 5 minutes behind, usually. Isaiah boogieing around the injury bug of 2016. We'll get there when we get there.
All the years go back in style. Welcome to your Walmart.
That's no mess. That's flavor. Game shifting. What drives the game? Never what you have decided.
Kinda feels like everyone's trying to copy the $5 Biggie bag. So how can you spot a knockoff? It won't taste like it. This job is easy. When the deal is as fresh as the meal, gotta be Wendy's.
I'm gonna go ahead and make those graphics now that I'm thinking about it, because I need to make those so I don't forget tomorrow. Happy birthday, Shawn Michaels, the chef of NXT. Burned yourself wood burning. Alright then. Really don't know what to do with that information. Forgot to click live again. Yeah, you really got to do that, JT. You were like 30 minutes behind a few months ago. I remember that so vividly because I thought it was so funny. Like, it was just the funniest thing to me for some reason. I have to click live when I'm on Twitch. That's fair. I do stuff over at Twitch, as you know, twitch.tv/Zander_Alex11. see. Where are they? Here, I'm looking for something. Which I will be back on Twitch in the next day or two. I'll be back on Thursday for sure to try and get closer to being done on Sonic Adventure. We are, of course, pretty deep into Sonic Adventure at this point. We have 80 out of 130 emblems. The hard part has only just begun, though, because we've still got to get all of Gamma and Sonic's emblems, and those are going to be the hard ones. And then the challenge modes and stuff, and of course, I'm aiming for Emblem 130 to be the emblem that we get for beating the story mode. Like, for beating the final story. Oh, you don't know how much I loathe having to edit the shiny pennies onto people, but we've established those belts existed, so we can't just pretend they didn't. They are the worst. They are the... I think they are the worst tag belts, personally. Like, legitimately cannot stand these belts, but you know. Let's see here. But yep, all that's left to be announced for SummerSlam 2015 is the tag title match, the main event, and the World Heavyweight title match. I will admit, I do think it's very funny that, so, I feel like he probably isn't going to be too thrilled that I tell everybody this, but, I think he may also find it funny. Or I found it very funny. I think you all find it funny as well. So, when I announced that SummerSlam 2015 was the next show we were doing, and that the world titles were still split in LS11 Universe at this point, the Discord immediately started going, specifically JT and like two other people, because they're kind of the Ryback movement in the Discord. JT is pretty much single-handedly the reason Ryback is in LAW. But anyways, I wake up, or not I wake up, I get a text from Ray on Friday while I'm at work, and it's a voice message, and it just says, checking the Discord this morning. It's Ray just shouting, "Shut the fuck up about Ryback for 5 minutes!" It's just like, Jesus, Ray, tell him how you really feel. But yeah, like, what's crazy, JT? Is this where I'm going to find out the JT lore? That JT only likes Ryback for the memes? That's my guess on what the funny thing is about it. Is that you don't even like Ryback. You don't even like Ryback at all. There it is. There it is. I figured that was the case. I figured it was all for the memes. I really did. However, I do think it's very funny that I'm just still going with it. Like, I am just going with all the Ryback stuff in LAW. Because, like, people think it's funny. Pretty much. And as long as people are laughing, well, that's fine with me. Ryback versus Red Flame. We'll see what happens. I'm not really putting too much thought into this kind of stuff with LAW, quite honestly. Like, you know, I'd love to sit here and say with LAW, like, oh yeah, you know, it's this real well thought out thing. Like, I put so much thought every week into how the show is gonna be. But like, in all seriousness, I'm usually booking it like the day before. Like, it ain't that deep. Hey, Brandon. Oh, well, Shanna getting involved. And there are the party girls and Lyra to the rescue. Earlier said about Don Mysterio over the past 2 years. Alright. Oh, right. I was going to switch the lighting. I completely forgot to do that for like the last 15 minutes. So hold on, everybody. Alright. Let's plug in the neon light over here. Neon lights and all that. Oh, Zelina got the dub too. Good for her. Alright, and where is my LED remote for the overhead? There it is, under my phone. Alright, let's see. What color is going to work best with Monty? Oh, there we go. There we go. That's the lighting we want in here. There we go. Ironically, got Ryback over the fans by feeding me into trolling him. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I went with it. I went with the whole Ryback thing for LAW. Genuinely because I thought it was funny. Yeah, no, I just thought it was funny. And like, I'll be honest, I have pushed for Ray to let me do stuff with Ryback because I used to really like Ryback when I was younger. When I first started watching in 2014, I really liked Ryback. Like, Ryback was one of my guys. And in the old LS11 universe, you could tell that because in the original LS11 universe, he was a world champion at one point. He was one of the best U.S. champions in LS11 universe in the original LS11 timeline. It's weird. I don't want to call it the LS11 universe because it wasn't. I didn't have that name for it yet. Because I was LS11, but I didn't call it the LS11 universe. I just called it universe mode on the LS11 channel. So I gotta say the old universe every time. Alright, let's see. I would just like you guys to know, the new TV, I'm still loving it a couple days later. 2014, you missed both the Ryback and Punk Tables. Well, I've seen them. Obviously, I go back and watch old stuff occasionally. Like, I've seen, like, every Raw from 2012. Why? Because there were points in time where, like, I had nothing better to do on my weekends. And so on Saturday and Sunday, I just had old episodes of Raw playing on the network. Let's see. I'll admit, there's a small part of me who wants to just go ahead and announce everything for SummerSlam 2015 tonight. Just go ahead and get it all out of the way. We'll see. We'll see what I decide on. JT says do it. We'll see. We'll see. Zach also says do it. We'll see. We'll see. Pierre also says do it. We'll see. Depends on how well making these graphics goes. I got one graphic left to make. JT says do it again. Let's see. I don't know why, but like, so I'm getting a commercial for the WrestleMania documentary. There's something very nice about hearing Triple H say, and I'm sorry, my Triple H voice isn't very good, you know, but hearing Triple H say something like, "Oh, you know, the WrestleMania code was 80% done in October." It's very nice hearing that, like, they're thinking that far ahead. Alright, and the last graphic is now done. Let's see here. But yeah, I've got all 9 match graphics now made. So I assume you all really want this. I'm going to sneeze again, probably. Zach says yes. Alright, well. Not anything of giving. So I'll just run through match by match here. So, here we go. As already announced, Divas Championship on the line between Charlotte and Nikki Bella. Intercontinental title on the line between Adrian Neville and Dolph Ziggler. 6-man tag team match, Stardust, Wade Barrett, Sheamus against Stephen Amell, Randy Orton, and Ryback. Brooklyn Street Fight as Mr. Money in the Bank Dean Ambrose faces Brock Lesnar. The WWE tag team titles are on the line as the Lucha Dragons take on the Ascension for the gold in a rematch from NXT TakeOver Fatal 4-Way. Will the Lucha Dragons once again stop a dominant run from the Ascension? The United States title on the line as John Cena defends against Kevin Owens. The World Heavyweight Championship on the line as the unstoppable Rusev, who has not been pinned or submitted since his last loss to John Cena for the U.S. title, challenges Cesaro. WWE title on the line between Roman Reigns and the man who betrayed him to join the Authority, the WWE Champion Seth Rollins. And in the main event of SummerSlam 2015, it will be no holds barred. It will be a highly anticipated WrestleMania 31 rematch when Bray Wyatt faces The Undertaker. And that is the full SummerSlam 2015 card within the LS11 universe. I still do not have a date for when that show is going to air because I haven't even started working on it yet. But that is what is happening. I am happy seeing Sammy and Jay together again. Oh, they even did their old bloodline handshake. That's fun. Them doing the crowd entrance is also very fun. Michael Cole is in fact yeeting, folks. I am realizing it's slightly darker in here than it should be. Let me try, like, on the webcam. It's harder to see me, which makes reacting a little difficult, huh? Let me try other colors. No, blue doesn't work. That's pink, right? No, that's pink. Let me see. There we go. I can turn it up a little. You can see me a little better this way. Yeah, I was gonna record the first match of SummerSlam 2015 last night, but Jay just kind of picked up and moved a child there that was standing in his way. That's fun. Anyway, I was gonna start recording it last night, but I just didn't feel like it. And I've kind of gotten to a point now where I've allowed myself the leisure of, if I don't feel like recording something, I'm just not gonna right now. I'll meet my deadlines with Raw, TNA, and NXT. I'll get my PLEs done. But other than that, if I don't do LAW 1 week, I don't do LAW 1 week. If I don't do Heat 1 week, well, I'm going to keep doing Heat. Don't worry. I realize how that sounds. You guys pay for Heat, so I'll get Heat out. But that's only every other week, so. But other than that, like, I'm going to start cooling it down a little bit. I'm going to start allowing myself a little more breathing room with this kind of stuff. Because, like, all I got left to record this week's TNA. I'll probably try and get at least a little bit for next week done because it's going to be a busy weekend. Did the tag gauntlet get changed to Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu suddenly? I could have sworn that... I could have sworn... I could have sworn I remembered hearing it was Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. No, it was Jacob and Tama. Alright then. Poor Tongaloa, he's just kind of paid to stand there. And occasionally punch his brother in the ass. Or no, punch Kevin Owens in the ass and punch his brother in the face at the same time. The Wyatt feud. What does Gable and the Creeds do? The IC and tag titles. I'll admit I feel like Chad's time has kind of passed. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, might be for the best. Yeah. Yeah. Probably not wrong. It's kind of like the Falcon and Winter Soldier meme. He's out of line, but he's right. Oh, Ref Rollins gives the referee instructions next Monday on Sci-Fi. Oh boy. Woods and Cross next week. I don't know how to take. Contra hasn't been the same since Fatu's not there. I'm gonna be real with you, man. I don't watch MLW, so I don't know. And quite honestly, I don't really care. There's something just unsettling to me with the Gunther and Priest graphic where it flashes between the three images. Two of them, Gunther's wearing his jacket, then suddenly he's not. CM Punk's first match on TV since he came back. That's the craziest thing to think about. Like, I know he was in the Rumble, but like it's his first non-Rumble match since his return almost a year ago now. I do like the moving graphics for SummerSlam. I think they look cool. I might be in the minority on that one, but I like it. I feel like Ray probably doesn't like them. Oh. Oh. Bring back moving graphics. I agree. I agree. Is the purple light working for you guys? Is it too hard to see? I don't mind turning the main overhead back on. It's just kind of easier on my eyes to not have the intense overhead on the whole time. Let me try something. Is that maybe a little better? Because you can still see me. My main issue is I don't want to be doing, a watch along where you can't fucking see me the whole time. Right? Because then at that point, you're just hearing me react more so than seeing anything. Seth might do some top tier guest referee work. Probably. Yours is the only way, then you're the fool who'd live die. Well, you deserve the hell you're gonna pay on the other side. Oh, well now you can see me really well because I've got the other monitor on a bright-ass screen. Because I was looking for something. Although I am getting some slight flashbacks to this time last year with Sammy and Jay against the Judgment Day. God help us all. That happened over and over last year. Edge may be gone, but it still feels good to hear Alter Bridge. Yeah, that's just Other Side's just a good song I got on my phone. It's in my Spotify playlist. Granted, if you all saw my Spotify playlist, it would terrify you. Hold on. Let's see if it'll actually show it or not. Yeah, so you might think to yourself, hold on. I do have one Alter Bridge CD. I do have CDs in my car as well. Alright, look, typically I don't show things like this, but in case you all in case you've ever wondered how insane is Zander when it comes to having a playlist, yeah, I don't make different playlists. I've got 3 playlists pretty much, and that's it. If you go into my Spotify, you will see Xander's Swoop Jams, as I call it. 235 songs, about 13 hours. And then I've got, this is my lo-fi playlist, 123 songs, about 5 hours. And there's just a playlist full of lo-fi music, and I use this to go to sleep some nights. And then the only other thing I've got is Xander's Epic Workout Mix, which is for when I go to the gym. And I'm slowly building this one. It's about an hour and a half. But anyway, more importantly, Xander's Swoop Jams is where I listen to everything. This is just every song that's in here in the like playlist. 90% of them end up in here. And I'll just let you guys see what I've got in here. I'll just slowly scroll through. I'll zoom in a little bit, and then I'll slowly scroll through so you all can just kind of see what kind of madman I am. So you can see Rick Astley, Bon Jovi, Pokemon theme song. You can see Britney's in there. Imagine Dragons, a lot of Sonic music, a couple of video game covers, the Ballad of Jack Sparrow's in there, a couple versions of Never Gonna Give You Up, as you can see, a few meme songs like Holding Out for a Hero, We Are Number One, got Jeff Hardy's band in there once, got some wrestling music in there, got some more legit music like Supermassive Black Hole, Hail to the King, more Britney, some more Sonic music, a couple versions of Megalovania in here, Kingdom, probably one of my most listened to songs of the year. We're mainly in the wrestling section again right now of it. Jack Sparrow by Lonely Island, obviously. A couple more wrestling things. A lot of Brian David Gilbert, one of my favorites, one of my favorite YouTubers. Let's see more video game stuff. Some Nirvana in there. A couple more video game things. A goth metal cover of Barbie Girl of all things. Let's see. A couple of circus things from some Quizmaster stuff. Let's see. A lot of Halocene in there. They're my favorite band. You can see where some songs have been taken out because WWE took them off of Spotify for some reason. Let's see. Markiplier's in here once or twice because I actually really like the music that he'll put out occasionally. More wrestling stuff. Some Nickelback because Nickelback's one of my favorite bands. Let's see. We're getting towards the bottom. First to 11, I discovered a few months ago. Really like them. It Lives, It Breathes. They do a lot of good wrestling covers. Another version of Never Gonna Give You Up. Ace of Hearts, which is Alpha Rad's band. More It Lives, It Breathes. Some more Imagine Dragons. I'm Just Ken from the Barbie movie because I think it's a fun song. Batista's theme is in there. Firework. More It Lives, It Breathes. Another version of Never Gonna Give You Up. Let's see. More Sonic music. More wrestling music. More meme music. Some more Halocene. Some Queen in there. A little bit of Tenacious D. Nothing Suits Me Like a Suit from How I Met Your Mother. Of course, I Believe in Joe Hendry. Has to be in there. This is, and then you can see the dates added as well, how I'm still adding stuff pretty recently. And then I got some Billy Joel, some Dropkick. But yeah, there you go. Last time I added something to it was yesterday when I added Sweet Dreams Are Made of This. But yeah, to answer Pierre's question, 235 songs in this playlist. My liked songs has a few things in it as well that I just haven't quite moved over yet. Like a few things that I need to actually add to the Swood Jams playlist. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but yeah, you can even see On Lap occasionally pops up in my thing. So there you go. There's what Zander's playlist looks like if you've ever wondered. Huh. But yeah, no, I guess Pierre's got me beat. He's like the one person I've ever met that's got me beat this bad when it comes to music in their playlist. Usually everyone's like, Zander, you're a freak. When I'm like, yeah, I have a huge playlist for all my music. Oh, hey, nice. We just hit 420. I'll have to send a screenshot of that to Ray. Shouts to you guys for that one. Like, that one's not doable without you guys, obviously. Those varies of a variety of what I listen to. There's probably a Nickelback song or two on there. Nerdcore, some wrestling, some metal. Pierre, I was about to say something to you, but I think I'm going to DM you about it later. I think I'm just going to DM it to you because I don't want to make it... Because it's a very random thing that I thought of, and when I saw it, I immediately thought I needed to talk to tell you about it. But I'm like, I don't think the general audience will understand. Alter Bridge, Motorhead, Skillet, Blood for Blood, of course, Punk's theme. All three, the two WWE ones in the New Beginning. Well, Joe Mashups has got a mod pack dropping this week. I'm wondering who all is going to be in it. He's just put up a teaser pic of Lola Vice. He was putting up a teaser of Ludwig Kaiser yesterday. So let's see. I'm seeing who else might be in it that we don't know about. So we got a Ludwig teaser. Damian Priest got updated recently. I think the new Damian Priest he's already put out though. I think. No, I'm wrong. I am incorrect. So it looks like Ludwig, Damian Priest, Lola Vice, and Jake Fatu so far, the ones he's teased. Have I seen The Crow? I think I've seen parts of The Crow. I don't think I've ever actually sat down and watched the full movie, though. A couple weeks from now, or next weekend, SummerSlam weekend is going to be fun because I'm going to be heading to Ray's, and I think I'm going to try and get Tribute set up on his computer that day. Doesn't take long. It's just a matter of, I don't know how well it's going to go over when I tell Ray I might have to wipe his save data. I don't think I should, but we'll see what happens. Oh, the mic. Sorry about that. But yeah, you guys, just to kind of show everyone for a split second here before I show too much of the TV. Yeah, I put up a Skyrim map here. I might have to move it because it turns out the TV's reflecting in it. I put up a Skyrim map because Skyrim is one of my favorite games, as a lot of people know. And I put Joe Hendry, I put probably the 3 most important autographs I had into the stream frame, which is Joe Hendry, Scott Steiner, and Mike Pollock, the voice actor of Eggman. Hendry and Steiner for obvious reasons. They're very important people on the Almost 11 Universe channel. And then Mike Pollock because I'm a huge Sonic fan. If I ever meet Roger Craig Smith, he'd go right up there with him. I've never met Mike Pollock, but I bought that on Mike's website before, like, about a year and a half ago, maybe longer. I think it came in while I was in Paris, so 2 years ago now, almost. Actually, I like Braun's new theme, the one with lyrics. Yeah, I think Braun's new theme is good. I prefer it without the barking because it means Pat McAfee shuts the fuck up for 5 minutes. SummerSlam, Braun wins, but Pat will find a way to bark. Oh, I'm counting on it. I'm sure he will. Oh. Pat has a pretty good habit of finding ways to be annoying, so... They're not going to have Jay and Sammy beat the tag champions, are they? I was going to say, Jay can take the pin. I think it's fine. Like, Jay can take a pin. I think it's fine if he does. What is this? Never underestimate him. Pierre, that feels wrong. Oh my god, I think they're about to pin the tag champions. They sure did just beat the tag team champions. That sure did just happen. Fuck it, put the belts on them. Put the belts on them. Just lean into the joke that, like... Uh-oh. Oh, shit, that was the end of Raw. I didn't even realize it was 11 o'clock. These 3 hours just flew by. Shit. Alright, cool. I was just making the thumbnail for SummerSlam. Like, I was just making the SummerSlam thumbnail. I'm gonna keep working on it at this point. We'll do a thumbnail unveiling when I get it done. How about that? Yeah, and thus ends Raw. Yeah, did not realize Raw was over. Wow. I don't know why. I find it very funny that it just kind of ended, and I wasn't quite there yet. It doesn't happen often where I get caught off guard with stuff like that, but it does happen, as you all might know. Yeah, I'll keep working on this thumbnail real quick. I'll let you guys be the first to see it when I get it done. Why the fuck would you put your DeviantArt tag over a PNG of a wrestler? If you edited a title onto them, sure. But, like, when it's just a picture that you ripped from WWE, yeah, sometimes 3 hours just flies by, man. You're right. Absolutely right. Oh, that's the wrong thing. You got any burning questions for me while I'm doing this right now. I'm just editing someone's fucking DeviantArt watermark off of this wrestler render. They had no contribution towards. They didn't take the picture. They didn't edit the render. They just decided to slap their watermark over it. So anyone's got any burning questions for me while I do this real quick? Then I am open to answering as much as I can. Of course, within reason, obviously. You all know I have limitations on what I can and can't talk about right now. Well, the retro show is what I like to do. I mean, obviously, I always say Sacrifice 2008. I'm going to get to do it one day. And it's not like an, oh, eventually everyone will just let me get it out of my system. It's more like a, I'll have everything put together one day. But just today is not that day. It's my favorite movie. Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire one. That was my favorite movie of all time. Honestly, you know what? I think I'm just going with these two as the thumbnail. I was gonna do like a whole like ensemble thumbnail, but I think Bray and Taker honestly should just be the thumbnail on its own. Ooh, worst movie experience. Oh man, that is tough. I gotta think on that. What other retro shows? So obviously, you know, Sacrifice 08, WrestleMania 30. I think we're talking about doing 31 this year. We're talking about it. Because it's the 5-year anniversary of LS11 Universe, and that's one of Ray and I's favorite WrestleManias. Alright, so yeah, this is what we're going with for the thumbnail, I think. Just Bray and Undertaker, back to back. I think that's just the way to go. The real-life poster had Brock and Taker. I think maybe what I do is I kind of... Maybe I do like an inner shadow, kind of choke it. Get like some shadow coming in if I can. I don't know how I would do that. Oh, I know what's going on. Hold on. So let me... So if I do that, so I crop the background image, and then I could inner shadow. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I bring in the choke a little bit on it. Lessen the size. Add some... Get the choke back in there a little bit, but then we soften it by lowering the opacity. Okay. So the choke is only what we want to lower. The size is what we want to bring in. Leave the noise alone. I don't like what the noise does. There. Yeah, there we go. There we go. God, worst movie experience. I do want to answer that before I wrap up. So, worst movie I've ever seen in theaters was The Eternals, right? I hate The Eternals. It's hated that I went and saw it. It was not fun. Nothing was fun about it. It was miserable. But the experience wasn't too bad. I don't think I've ever had an experience where like I went to a movie and the entire experience sucked, but there have been movies where there were parts that like ooh, could I have the silhouettes of the Wyatt family behind Bray? Possibly. I'll have to think on because I really like it being just Bray and Taker as well. But like, for example, when my wife and I went to go see The Batman back in 2022, there was a woman who fell asleep in that theater during the previous movie. I don't know if she was on drugs. I don't know if she was drunk. She woke up 10 minutes into The Batman and thought that what she was seeing on the screen was real when the Riddler is like bludgeoning the guy in the beginning of the movie. She's like, is anyone gonna go help him? Like, she was on something. And then there was a guy one row ahead of us that was clearly setting up to film the entire movie. But, like, the woman got taken out of the theater almost immediately. And the guy put the phone camera away almost immediately because of her. So that was kind of rough. The second time I went to go see Spider-Man No Way Home, because I went and saw it 3 times. The second time, there was a baby wailing for about 20 minutes at one point until finally someone took the baby out of the theater. And when the baby was crying was about 10 minutes. Fortunately, they took the baby out about 10 minutes before, the Find Peter Parker scene happens. So, because I was seeing it with people who had not seen it yet. So I was getting their initial reactions. And I'm glad that their initial reactions weren't burdened by a baby screaming when Tobey Maguire showed up. Spoilers for a 3-year-old movie, by the way. I'm trying to think what else. I haven't been to a movie in a while is the issue. And everything pre-pandemic just kind of blurs together now. Like, it's really funny as well, because, like, every movie I have seen in, like, the last 7-8 years now, pretty much since Alex and I got together in 2017, I have not gone to a movie without her, with the exception of the second time I went to go see Spider-Man and the first time I went to go see the Mario Brothers movie, because I went and saw that with my older brother. Like, Alex has been to every movie with me, with the exception of Super Mario Bros. And the second time I went to see Spider-Man. Like, oh, never mind. I know. I got it. First time I went to see Endgame. Worst movie experience I've ever had. First time I saw Endgame. Love the movie. Love everything about the movie. But a person that I am no longer friends with, that I was no longer friends with then, that didn't realize we weren't friends anymore, I don't think, shows up, sits right next to Alex and I, and proceeds to talk through the whole movie. Said what I said. Talks through the whole movie. First time I'm seeing Endgame. Actually, I don't think I had a... Because I went and saw Endgame twice. I went and saw it with Alex. I went and saw it with my dad. I don't know if I ever had a pleasant experience seeing Endgame in theaters. And I love Endgame. Because the second time I went and saw it with my dad, there was a guy behind us who, like, also talked through most of the movie. And thought every single little quip in the movie was the funniest thing ever. It was like a type of laugh at everything. Like, for example, just to give you an example, in the scene in Endgame where Thor and Rocket go back in time, and Thor's like, hold on a minute, and is waiting, the guy behind you goes, hammer! As soon as Thor puts his arm out, it's like, dude, yeah, he's summoning the hammer. You don't have to tell all of us. We know. So, I somehow ended up seeing Endgame twice, and both times had someone like that in the theater with us, sitting that close. But yeah, what's really funny is the individual I'm speaking of that was there when Alex and I went. I still don't know if this person knows that I'm not their friend anymore. We haven't talked in 6 years, but you never know. Alright, cool. I got everything wrapped up. I'm going to upload the first Wrestle Luigi video. Really excited about it. Hope you guys all go check it out. And, yeah, I will, catch you guys tomorrow.